So just less than a month ago, Bradford City proposed a new club badge after weeks and weeks of discussions, surveys and all that sort of stuff. Lots of things have been said about that badge. Today, Bradford City released 3 badges for fans to vote on, and whichever one obviously gets the most votes will potentially be our new badge at the start of next season. Now, if you do go on to enjoy today's video, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 70 likes on today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you are new as well. We are now on the road to 7,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already with that post notification bell on. It's free to do so and it does massively help out. Let me know down in the comment section down below what are your thoughts on these 3 badges and which badge will you be voting for when obviously the survey does open. I believe it opens tonight at 5 o'clock and closes Sunday, I want to say, so make sure to go vote if you haven't already. But make sure to drop a like on today's video, subscribe if you are new as well, and let's get into it. Now, if you're sat here right now and you have no idea what I'm currently talking about, I released this video on I think the 5th of October talking about the new proposed club badge. It's nearly 15 minutes long, so before you watch the rest of today's video, if you've got no idea what I'm talking about, make sure to go over and check that out. I'll leave a link to it actually in the description down below. But Bradford City tweeted this morning, I believe it was 9 o'clock, yeah it was, saying we propose 3 crests for supporters to vote on to determine which will be taken forward as our identity from the 1st of July 2023 following the latest Your City, Your Say survey. Final survey open from 5 PM today. Now, we were told that we we're going to get some news about the completed survey at the end of October. It has actually come on the 2nd of November, but here are the 3 badges. So this is badge A, and then this is its second identity. This is badge B, and this is its second identity. Then badge C is obviously the badge that we all know, the current one that we are rocking, the one that is currently on this shirt as well. If we break it down then and have a look firstly at the article, Bradford City's article here does read, Bradford City AFC has today proposed 3 crests for supporters to vote on to determine which will be taken forward as the club's identity from the 1st of July 2023 following the latest Your City, Your Say survey. From 5 PM today, or an hour after today's video goes live, supporters will be able to take their pick from 2 new designs and the club's existing crest in a final survey. Obviously, you would click that link there. Make sure to go over to Bradford City's social medias if you do want to take part in the survey. I would highly recommend that you do take part and get your vote casted. City's Chief Executive Officer Ryan Sparks said, following our last consultation period, we felt it was important to act upon the feedback received from our supporters. We appreciate all the feedback we have gathered throughout each stage of the project. This engagement has informed the direction of our next steps and led to the proposal you see today. It would be fantastic for as many people as possible to respond to the final survey, which will give us a definitive final position on our future identity. Luke Flax, Director of Brand, Marketing and Media, said, upon the conclusion of the second survey, we immediately started working on adapting the initial design proposal in line with supporters' feedback. The depth of the feedback has also given us an opportunity, I think that's meant to say, to propose a brand new Bantam design as an alternative solution. While the strength and confidence of the initial Bantam design were liked, it was clear that supporters felt it would benefit from greater detail. We have therefore amended the initial proposal so the Bantam includes shading to further define its characteristics. The second new proposal still encompasses, why did they have to use these long words that I cannot read, a feeling of strength and confidence, but the Bantam has a radically different bodily shape, and design features. It also has the addition of a ball included under its foot, again in response to the feedback from the latest survey. Yeah, there's a lot of people saying that it looked a bit strange that it would just kind of had its foot stuck up and there was nothing really going on with it, so it is actually good to see that they have added a ball, because here it just looks a little bit daft, but here looks much better in my opinion. If you are interested in going the extra mile to support the channel, then feel free to become a member and unlock members only videos, receive early access to videos, you can get a shout out in every video. Also, you'll be able to access exclusive member badges and emotes as well as other exclusive content. Prices start from as little as 99p. Thank you very much for your support. The keeping of the club's unique shield was well received by supporters. Both new design proposals incorporate claret and amber stripes with 2 different styles, as well as the addition of extra colours to further accentuate its shape. The club is now inviting all supporters to vote on which proposal should be taken forward via the 3rd and final Your City, Your Say survey, open from 5 PM today, Wednesday 2nd of November, up until midnight on Sunday, November the 6th. So only a couple of days for you to vote, but I don't think it'll take too long to vote and all that sort of stuff. Further information in an amended supporters pack can be found here. Oh, we've got to log in to see that. Right, we don't have the time to do that at this moment in time, but 2 short animations and the build and characteristics of each proposal can be found also on Bradford City's YouTube channel. So if we break down then the 2 new badges, here is badge A. This was a very similar one to the one that they proposed a couple weeks ago now. This is very similar to what it was. I'm not really too sure what the full crest and secondary identity means. I don't really know, to be honest with you, but there's a bit more of a breakdown here as well. You can see the word mark, the shield, the bantam, and the full crest, obviously. All these three come into one, and I mean, it doesn't look awful like that, but it just looks a bit tacky, in my opinion. It just... yeah, not for me personally, is badge A. Badge B, again, I don't hate this badge actually. Out of the two new proposed designs, this one is probably personally my favourite. I do actually quite like this secondary identity. I know a lot of fans have also said themselves that they quite like this secondary identity. For me personally, there's too much white going on in the full crest, in my opinion. I know that obviously you can't have an amber and claret striped bantam with an amber and claret background as well, so I understand why they've done it in white, but for me personally, it doesn't really look too nice, to be honest with you. I do really like, though, this secondary identity, and obviously breaking it down in a bit more detail. This is what you can see here. I'm not too sure why the club are very persistent on having to have the shield thing. I don't mind the shield, but I just think it looks a bit forced, to be honest with you, whereas this secondary identity for me, if this was the badge, maybe without the star, I'm not too sure, I feel like the star's a little bit in the way, but for me personally, if this was the new badge, I wouldn't be against it. I think there needs to be some design on the ball, but again, I can understand why they've not done it on the full crest. But for me personally, out of all the new proposed ones, I personally like the secondary identity of Proposal B, but obviously it's secondary identity, so that's not going to be the crest. You know, you can't actually vote just for the secondary identity. But looking at the reaction from Badge A, there was literally nothing said apart from a couple of them spam bot accounts. But Badge B, a lot of compliments are about the secondary identity. Secondary identity as the crest looks fire. Just ditch the full crest and go for the secondary. It looks clean and modern. Secondary identity is elite. Use the secondary option. Secondary identity as a single badge. Ditch the crest. So a lot of people very happy with that, to be honest with you. And it's a shame that you can't actually vote for that. Maybe it might be when obviously the survey does come out. I don't know, because the survey comes out an hour after this video does go live, so I can't really say. If that is an option, I'll personally be voting for that, but if not, more than likely I will probably vote just to keep the badge the same. I don't feel the purpose of changing things for the sake of changing things. Definitely won't be voting for Badge A. This for me is just a little bit ugly, to be honest with you. I don't hate Badge B, but again, like what I've explained, there's just too much white going on in the shield, in my opinion. Someone on Twitter actually has put the secondary identity from Badge B on the current kits that we've got. So shout out to Andy Bantam's Car over on Twitter. Make sure you go drop him a follow for photoshopping these designs on. Here is what it looks like on the third kit. For me personally, I think that looks really nice. Here's what it looks like on the home kit. Again, that looks very nice, in my opinion. The claret on top of the amber I think looks really, really nice, and then this is what it looks like on the away kit as well. Obviously they have been changing the colour of the badges to suit with the home, away, and especially the third kit as well. I really like what they've done with the third kit, making it yellow. I think it suits really nicely like that, and you know, it makes it all look very similar and it looks really neat. So I think actually on a kit, obviously it's hard to say what the other ones would look like because I don't have them in front of me, but this one in my opinion looks really, really nice. It's just a shame that we can't actually vote on that. Here's some more merchandise as well with that logo that is on it, obviously without the star, and I believe without the 1903. Is the 1903 on it? Yeah, the 1903 is on it, so it's changed a little bit from the secondary identity, but again, it looks really nice on this t-shirt and on the hoodie. Not too sure about the big design on the middle, and I'm personally not a hat wearer, so I can't really comment on the hat, but here's what it looks like in different colours and all that sort of stuff, and again, think it does look really nice in my opinion. Here's a little video as well that Bradford City have put together about all the new badges, and they've said, obviously, with the current badge, they don't actually know which one is the current badge, because there's lots of different versions of the current badge that we've got. The one that they've put in there doesn't have a star on, whereas this one that is literally on the shirt has a star on, so I can understand why they wanted to change it. At the time, I literally said I was not against changing the badge. I just felt like the proposed badge wasn't great, to be honest with you, and they said, obviously, like what I just touched on there, that they wanted to create a new badge because I wasn't sure directly which one the current badge is, but then in the options, there is obviously a secondary identity. I don't know what the secondary identity is for and what the difference is going to be between the full crest and the secondary identity. Obviously, you can clearly see there is a difference in the shield and it's a bit more compact, but I don't really get the purpose of the secondary identity. If anyone does know what that's for, please let me know down in the comment section down below. Is it for branding maybe, or marketing? I'm not really too sure. It might make it easier to put on some items and maybe harder to put on other ones, so that might be a reason as to why they've done it, but I just think it's a little bit something interesting to think about, certainly. here you have it then. These are the 3 badges that you will all be voting for. Now, in this picture, I actually don't really like the badge B, to be honest with you. I think it's far too white and looks a bit ugly, in my opinion. I think the white border is a little bit too big as well. I quite like the white border in this one. Obviously, we all know what the current crest does look like. Out of all these, I actually think I prefer A to B, to be honest with you, but the secondary identity of B is really nice. I'll probably end up voting for C because, well, I'm a bit in the middle at the moment. I don't like either of these 2 badges enough to think that it deserves a change. Let me know down in the comment section down below which badge are you going to be voting for. But that is where I'm going to leave it for today's video. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 70 likes, as I said at the start of today's video, that'd be absolutely class. Subscribe if you are new as well. We are now on the road to 7,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already, with that post notification bell on. It's free to do so and it does massively help out. Thank you very much for watching today's video. Shout out to our current tier 3 channel member BDavies211. Make sure to check out my second channel as well. The link is down in the description down below, or just search SHD Games. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I shall see you all very soon for another one. Peace.